I don't know. The only thing good with Punk Hazard to me was freaking. Oh, that was it.
Irvin.
Yo, Irvin. Which arc do you think is better?
Irvin, I'm asking
The Shinobi World War arc or Punk Hazard?
Okay, I was gonna ask.
Oh my gosh, man. See, the thing is, if I give you my answer, I'm gonna have an outrage. That's the
meaning the fucking Ninja War.
I think the Fourth Grade Ninja War is. I think a lot of people bandwagon with the Fourth Grade Ninja War personally.
Irvin, where's your headband? I know you're the hugest Naruto fan. Where's the headband?
Hold on. The Fourth Grade Ninja War has problems. It has problems. It has problems.
Irvin, that's putting it in my.
But I think, hold on, it has problems.
I got you, Irvin.
Irvin, you really think that is better?
This motherfucker. This motherfucker.
I really want to know. Do you think Overhaul is a better arc? Yo, fanboying aside, do you think that is a better arc?
I mean, honestly, personally, I do. But I mean, I don't think and this is fanboying aside, but it does have its problem. It's not the best. I'm not saying it's the best arc of Naruto. Nowhere near.
Yes, you are saying that.
No.
Yes,
because there were a lot of fights that were omitted that I feel like the writer shouldn't have omitted. And I think even the writer knows this based on interviews that they've given, saying like.
So you cool with the writers even selecting of the different ninja being brought back and then ignored?
Which arc do you think is better? The current arc in Bleach or the Fourth Shinobi World War arc?
Bleach. Thank you. Bleach. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I don't think, I really do think, but the thing is, you guys be acting like I'm not thinking logically. I really am. Like, I'm not, this is
No, Irvin, listen. When you say Stewie gets
no.
Kizaru, you can't be taken seriously.
All right, but when we're talking about the arc of the Fourth Grade Ninja War.
Kishimoto's prom queen.
I think
Time out. Let's do shit my way, all right? Let's break it down, all right? Irvin, I want you to explain to me every negative thing that occurred in the Punk Hazard arc in comparison to every negative thing in the Fourth Grade Ninja War. Go.
Well, okay. When we compare those two arcs, one, Punk Hazard arc is a small arc. So, I mean, that's not a flaw of the series. I'm just talking about it's a small arc, and comparing it to a large arc like the Fourth Grade Ninja War, it's kind of hard to be able to
negative.
weigh out which is
it's a transition. Wait, hold on. Let me correct you on something, Irvin. The Punk Hazard is a transition arc.
Yeah, no.
It's a transition arc.
But I'm saying, I'm just talking about in terms of enjoyment and things. Like, I feel as though. And this is just in general One Piece. And I like One Piece. Hold on, wait, because there's a reason why I mentioned I'm going somewhere with this. Hold on, let me talk. I'm going somewhere with this. See, the problem with the Punk Hazard arc so far is because I feel like Oda has... All right, never mind.
Let's go.
Zorro's just like,
let's go.
Zorro's just like, man, I'm waiting to hear this.
Ninja War arc?
All right. The problem I have with One Piece as a series, and I think a lot of
no Punk Hazard arc. Stop
Punk Hazard.
Hold on, because Punk Hazard is a part of it. Punk Hazard. I can't just not mention the series as a whole without talking about Punk Hazard. Hold on, I'm not changing the subject.
Dude, let the nigga talk. Damn, y'all asking him questions. Let him talk.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you.
Irvin beat his prom date for prom queen.
Let talk. Go.
All right, go.
The thing is, when I'm like, Punk Hazard to me just feels like one of those other arcs that kind of like it's supposed to be a transition arc, but I feel as though it could be cut down a lot more. Like there's a lot of dicking around in Punk Hazard. There's a lot of scenes that could be cut down a lot, and I kind of feel as though when you look at the Fourth Grade Ninja War, although there are problems with it, a lot of time I'm like things still at least get down to the point. Except for in the Obito fight, the Obito and Madara fight, that's pretty much for the most part. You know, a lot of stuff in there could have been shaved down too. But I just don't like how Punk Hazard is handled. Like we have the okay. I'm like, I'm digging it, man. It's always talk. Well, I mean, I don't feel like. I mean, if I'm gonna explain my points, I don't want to get distracted every 5 seconds.
You won't get
Irvin, shut the fuck up and continue on, man. It's gonna be distraction, especially these comments, nigga.
Just go.
Chill out, bro.
Kill you.
Just go, man. It's cool.
Dude, man, chill.
No one's gonna interrupt you. Go.
All right. Now the thing is with Caesar Clown, when I look at him as a villain, I mean, coming into the New World, what I expected, and it's from all the hype that we had about the New World, for the first villain to actually, actually seem like a real threat level. Now I get the fact that Hody Jones wasn't, because Hody Jones, you wanted to see the Straw Hats show off their new moves, see what they could do from the time skip. But what excuses there coming into the time, finally crossing over the New World and the villain being complete ass? He was not threatening at all. The only thing to me that seems like something that I actually care about is Doflamingo. And a lot of times, whenever I feel like in One Piece, you have to wait a long time just for something of importance to really occur. And I feel like Punk Hazard is one of those arcs. I mean, nobody really cared about Caesar Clown. And why does it take another decade to pretty much finish the One Piece series? And if you're going to say, oh, well, the world is just too big, One Piece, from what I've heard from multiple different people, that it wasn't even intended to be as long as it is. It was supposed to be 5 years. And I like One Piece, but I just feel like a lot of times Punk Hazard is just one of those arcs that doesn't get to the point, that it just wastes time and you just dick around. Like Law, the beginning of the Punk Hazard arc was good, and to me it was promising. But once you got to the lab, after we saw the big slime monster, Smiley or whatever that's called, right when we got to that scene, that's when it started going downhill for me. As much as I like the Straw Hat crew and I like some of the characters, of course, Zoro, I love Zoro. Zoro's my favorite character in One Piece. It's just the villain and everything else that occurred towards the end was what made me really, I don't know, in a sense, almost feel like I wanted to drop the series, even though I like the series.
What?
I really,
Wow.
You done now?
Temporarily. I wasn't going to drop it permanently, but I thought about it because everybody's fanboying about Law, but I kind of feel like there's a little bias right there. Because if Ichigo next season slice the mountain in two, wouldn't nobody give a shit. But if Law...
Whoa. Let me just correct you on something. Ichigo did not bust a mountain.
No, I wasn't talking about that. I'm just talking this hypothetically.
Okay.
I'm not even. We're not even going to debate on that. I'm just saying if something happened in another series, heck, we could. If something happened in another series, people would not complain. But in One Piece, Law does it. I really didn't care. The chapter that Law did that was epic, but not much else happened. And I feel like a lot of time Oda wastes time. I like his series. He's a good writer. I'm not saying that, so nobody can sit there and say I'm calling him a bad writer.
Oh, Joe Tan, that was just hilarious.
Let's rebut
That's legitimate. That's legitimate. I don't think that those are.
They're about to go ham on Irvin.
I don't think those are reasons why.
Everyone, get out your notebooks and your pens. Everybody,
or either.
All right, wait. Everybody,
let Zoro talk. Let Zoro talk.
Everybody, let Zoro talk.
I'm about
now
to
the show's starting.
All right.
Here we go. Oh shit.
Okay, we're talking. You want to talk overhype for villains? Who had high expectations for Caesar Clown as a villain? Not many people. I don't know what you're talking about when you talk about that. But as far as overhype and expectations for villains, Toby, are you fucking kidding me? That's the worst freaking disappointment when it comes to villains of all time in anime. That's just a fact. So you're comparing Obito and the hype that he had as a villain overall and the disappointment that he brought along, comparing that to Caesar Clown. That's absolutely ridiculous. That's the first thing. The second thing you're completely wrong about is dicking around in manga in this arc. Are you kidding me? The 4th Great Ninja War had a fucking flashback in the middle of the Itachi fucking fight against... are you kidding me? There was an entire month of flashbacks in the middle of a fight. And then they bring out the Izanami, which is complete bullshit.
Going in, people.
No, don't even start about lagging or wasting time. When did they start wasting time? When Zoro was fighting Monet? When did they start wasting time? You didn't really point to a specific time. Oh, whatever. They were running with gas. I'll give you that. And overall, oh my god, dude. Overall, how could you say that Law not cutting an entire mountain or their entire island when we haven't even seen a feat nearly as big as that at all from any character in One Piece? How could you say that's overblowing it? That's ridiculous.
No, that's cool. I never said that was bad. I said that was epic.
You said it was overhyped.
Roasted.
No. Well, I meant I think the part with Law did that was smooth, but at the same time, the chapter within itself to me was lacking. That's what I was getting at. I'm like, I feel like that was the only thing that really occurred. You may say it was the only thing, but I mean, a chapter needs more than that.
We got
Urban. What I don't know is what exact point were they digging around? That's all I want to know. Like where exactly?
A lot of time to me, and no one can deny this. Like for example, Luffy falling into the chute. Yeah, he did meet the what's his name? The dragon. I forgot what his name is.
Kimimon?
Yeah, he met him, but whatever.
Mononosuke. Yeah, Mononosuke.
But a lot of times I feel like in One Piece, you have too much, for it to be like a battle manga. You have a little bit too much comic relief in certain scenes. The sense of danger hasn't really felt like that in Punk Hazard so far. To me personally. I'm not saying
we're talking about sense of danger when the 4th grade ninja war. No one died until like the last fucking 2 chapters ago.
I'm not saying that's why I never claimed the 4th grade ninja war was perfect.
Wait, time out. So let's take it step by step, right? Step by step, people. So you're telling me that when Luffy fell into the plot hole, he was sticking around?
No, I'm talking about Oda, the writer. Like, why is it that Luffy every time in an arc? Hold on. Why is it that? And I guess this is one of my annoyances with the series. Why is it that anytime the Straw Hats or Luffy specifically are in the middle of trying to do something, he always gets caught in he always ends up falling into some kind of particular situation where he's momentarily put off for a while, and pretty much, that prolongs the arc, or at least prolongs Luffy's part. And it's like,
because that's his thing.
Instances where this happened.
No, but that gets annoying as hell. It's like, can the main
wait. So you're telling me? Wait, hold on. So you're telling me?
Believe it. Is it annoying?
Hold on. Believe it. I'm like, that was.
Tell me, because you brought up a point that Luffy in the middle of a fight just falls into something and gets distracted. And then,
Neil Games, easy on the fucking thing, easy.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I can hear that.
I just want examples, Irvin.
No, wait, hold on. Step by step. So, Irvin, you're telling me that when Luffy fought against Monet, and Monet outwitted him, and he fell down the chute, that was dicking around.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it was because I felt like. Hold on, let me explain this. I felt like Caesar Clown. Pretty much, it was a game of cat and mouse with him.
No. I'm not Caesar Clown. I'm talking about that particular.
Well, moment. I know what you're talking about. But I'm saying I feel like Monet was pretty much she put Luffy off temporarily from getting to Caesar Clown, and that's why I said I felt like it was basically a whole game of cat and mouse during the end of the Poke Hazard arc, and I kind of got tired. I feel like there's some parts of One Piece that can be like that sometimes, and I like it. Like, that's why why do you think I'm going crazy about the Film Z movie? Because the Film Z movie to me is what I expected from coming into New World. Seeing how hectic it is, seeing who they're fighting against.
But it's a movie, man. It's a movie.
I know it's a movie. I know it's a movie, but the point I'm trying to say is I've expected more from the first arc. I expected it to start off on a bang.
Irvin,
okay,
that's just your fault for expecting such things.
Irvin.
I can't expect a lot of the writer of a series that I really enjoy. So people
just
think
because it didn't have action didn't mean that.
I actually agree with Irvin. I mean, nobody can say that this whole introduction to the new world in One Piece hasn't been something of a disappointment, especially coming off of the tail end of Marineford and Impelled Down.
No, I'll agree that Fishman Island was definitely a disappointment in some regard. Like, it was executed poorly. There's no doubt about that in general. But I don't think Punk Hazard at all has been a disappointment. I think it's been one of the better arcs in One Piece, honestly. I really do. And there's a lot of reasons.
But has it lived up to the expectations set for it by Marineford and Impelled Down?
The second that they got off the ship on Punk Hazard, they fought a fucking dragon, which we haven't even seen in One Piece. What more do you want? And then we get the Law versus Smoker fight, which was absolutely...
just cut the goddamn thing's head off. I mean, that wasn't epic.
It was a great fight. It wasn't just cut his head off and that was it. I mean, it was a good fight.
Pretty much.
But we haven't seen.
The thing is that Impelled Down and Marineford set such a high standard for the action in One Piece,
right,
that a lot of people started to forget that One Piece is an adventure series and started to look more and more for that action. True. I think that's where a lot of the disappointment comes from people like Irvin. I mean, One Piece started off as an adventure story. Sure, it's a shonen battle manga, but it's always been a comedy/adventure story first, in the same vein that Dragon Ball was when it originally started, True. And then transformed into this sort of intergalactic battle royale. And I think that once Oda set the standard so high for himself, that in Marineford and Impelled Down, that other people just had this expectation that the New World was just going to be this freaking, explosion.
Action,
and it didn't happen that way.
But I mean,
hold on, wait. But what makes no fucking sense is the simple fact that Impelled Down and Marineford were circumstances that were taking out of the entire fucking adventure time because it was rescue on his own, doing his thing, trying to save peace.
And
it was a giant battle.
I understand that, but look at the context for. I understand completely that Marineford and Impelled Down was set in motion by a specific set of circumstances. I understand that. But if you go back to the beginning of One Piece, where Ace is always on the front cover trying to find Blackbeard. Look how long it took for that setup. That was a hell of a long time.
But
And
if you think about it, Uber, though, if he would have found Blackbeard early and he would have got caught by the government, then the Marineford War arc would have happened a lot earlier, and it would have messed up the flow of the story. They needed to get through the things that they got through first before they can get to that. That's just part of the. That's just the way.
I don't know. I mean, Oda to me has always been somewhat of an interesting writer because he plans out things so meticulously. And there's so many intricate plot lines, and you say, "Wow, he's a great writer." But then you look at how long it takes him to do all of that shit, and it's like, it's
Honestly,
annoying as hell.
I'm gonna drop my 2 cents on One Piece. Honestly, the way I feel about One Piece, I feel One Piece is the reason why it gets such a great rep is not because of the fights, and it's not necessarily because of the story itself, because the story branches out into many different scenarios. We have, obviously, the Revolutionary Army, then we have the Void Century, and then we have the Poneglyphs, and then we have Luffy's main story. There's a lot of main stories that branch out, and it creates a lot of different scenarios. What I think makes One Piece great, and it also could be seen as a flaw, is that One Piece has these moments, and these moments is what makes One Piece. For example, Law cutting down the mountain range and Virgo in half. That's one of the many moments. Or like Luffy punching the Celestial Dragon in the face. That's one of the many moments that makes One Piece such a great series. But at the same time, I see that as a flaw as well, because you look at One Piece, and One Piece for me, I know I might get a lot of people mad at this, but I don't see the fights very interesting in One Piece at all. I think out of the big three, One Piece has the weakest fights. But the fact of the matter is that the build-up that leads to these fights is top tier. Not only
exactly.
I actually agree with that. Dude.
Exactly.
The moment before the fight is what makes One Piece great, but it's also a flaw because it's just only one moment. It's not something that builds up and it continues. Like Naruto, it's shit right now, but come on, we can't lie. Madara came out of the fucking coffin and that nigga was wrecking shit for like 5 chapters. Everybody was on fanboy mode for 5 chapters in Naruto. And that's what Naruto does. But One Piece just has this one moment, this one chapter, and then it's gone for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks.
The fights are fucking. They fuck around with the fights too, because like midway through a fight, they'll add like a comedy moment, which will take away from the sense of danger at some points of One Piece. The fights sometimes they lack, and Oda kind of messes around with them instead of focusing on just doing the battle for 1 or 2 chapters and focusing on that fight. They keep jumping around sometimes, and that's what I don't like. You know, I
think the thing with Oda is that he wanted to create something that was like Dragon Ball. That's what Oda wanted to do. He wanted to have something that had an adventure feel to it. He wanted to write something that was an epic adventure, and he didn't want to be bogged down by the motifs and tropes of the typical shonen battle manga. He didn't want that. But I don't think that.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I don't think that he's been able to successfully combine both aspects. The seriousness of the fights of shonen battle manga with the adventure of Dragon Ball. I think he's done a great job, but I don't think he's been successful with that combination.
I mean, to some degree,
but Tom, I don't know why were you fucking deviant. Like all of you are fucking deviant, and I don't know why. The fucking question here, people, is what about this Punk Hazard arc makes it worse than fucking the 4th Ninja War?
Holy shit! I never agreed to that.
I never agreed to that.
This is just a larger conversation.
Yeah. It's kind of like One Piece. We're branching off to many different scenarios. I agree with Irving.
That's not the focus. I mean, look. The fight's how you fucking take it is how you fucking take it. I mean, if you like the comedy, all right, fine. But if you don't, then fuck it.
But the thing about the One Piece fights is that One Piece fights really don't last long. Like, you look at the build-up for One Piece fights, and the build-up for One Piece fights take a very long time, and you get hyped up. You're like, oh shit, it's about to go down. And then the next thing you know, Luffy gets in 1 or 2 punches and knocks a nigga out. And it just doesn't feel very fulfilling at all. Like, the Rob Lucci fight was possibly the best fight in the series, but even then, that wasn't like a very good fight because that fight was always interrupted with all the other Straw Hat fights, which necessarily isn't a problem, but at the same time, it is because if Oda just focused on one fight, gets done with that, and then goes to another fight, gets done with that, then we could get a full-on Luffy Rob Lucci fight or any other scenario like that. But he doesn't do that. He focuses on everybody, which is a great thing, but at the same time, it's a bad thing.
I understand what you're saying. You're right. I think you're right. I'd rather him go.
Well, I mean, it's one of the major problems of shonen battle mangas. It's the reason why the Arrancar saga was so blasé. Because you had one fight, and then another fight, and then another fight, and then another fight, and then and you had to go through each single fight.
And the thing with One Piece, you have so many main characters, especially when you have each Straw Hat fight at one battle. Instead of jumping around, and if you would have just focused on one at each time, it would be kind of stale. So I guess Oda to try to try to mix things up, and mixes up the way that people fight, but at the same time, it kind of makes the individual fights less, have less quality because you're jumping around so much. It gets annoying at times. So I can understand both arguments, honestly. But I definitely think that the fights could be handled better.
Like I said, the only person that I've ever seen do a war that was awesome in the shonen genre is Yoshiyuki Tomino from Gundam. Those were fucking wars.
Yeah, you definitely get a sense of actual war going on.
Those were wars. Those
I'm
were
not gonna lie, like, the Marineford arc was done very well though. It wasn't like it wasn't done like, oh shit, this is like, but it was done very well. Like it felt like a war. Ace died. They never got to succeed in their plan. Whitebeard died. There was a lot of great things. Shanks came in, and everybody's like, oh shit, we gotta stop. There was a lot of great moments. And like I said, One Piece is full of great moments. And Oda, that's the thing about Oda that kind of makes him a good writer, because he kind of like fools people and thinking like, all right, I'm gonna have this entire series and have these people think that it's like amazing, but in actuality, it's just these tiny points in the storyline that actually makes you just get the fanboy up. And that's what he does. He catches you guys with that shit. And I was reading it and watching it, and I recognized that. I'm like, oh shit. It's just these little points in times of the series that makes you go crazy.
So basically, you're saying that he transitions from epic moment to epic moment and just puts stuff in the middle.
Pretty much. But those epic moments are very well done because the build-up tension before them.
Right.
He builds up
and
tension.
It's also interesting because he doesn't just put like random stuff in there. There's actually stuff pertaining to the larger story, like it'll be about the Void Century or the ancient weapons or some shit like that. So it's always info dropped in there, little hints of stuff.
So based on that, wouldn't you say though that it's kind of weird that someone would expect only action from a series like that offers so much?
No, it depends on what the expectations are.
No, but here's the thing.
I never expected that just from One Piece.
Here's the thing. For me, when you build up something, when you build up the tension, like let's say you have like Law and Virgo, like when you have a build-up tension like that, but Law comes in and one-shots him. Like, don't get me wrong, that was a great moment. It was epic as all fucks, but it was a one-shot, and it was Virgo.
How is it a one-shot if they were fighting for fucking hours beforehand? I'm confused.
But here's the thing, though. Law was getting his ass beaten down. And then Law was just like, all right, let me get serious. And it's like one shot. And not only that, they transitioned.
Serious until he got his heart back.
That's not what happened. What happened was Law was getting his ass beat. They were fighting.
Law was getting his ass
came in.
Listen,
then Smoker and Law collaborated. And Law was got
the only reason why Law was getting his ass kicked is because he didn't have his heart.
Yeah, Law was getting his ass kicked. He gets his heart back. But here's the thing, though. They transitioned from the fight of Law and Virgo to other stuff in One Piece. And then when Law gets his heart back, it's like, oh, one shot. So that's what I'm talking about. It was a great moment. Don't get me wrong, but that's what I'm talking about in terms of fights with One Piece. Like you want to
one fight at a time. Is that what you're trying to say?
Dude.
You just want to see.
Dude, it can't be a one shot. All right, dude. Yo, what a one shot is Luffy versus Bellamy. That's a one shot. Luffy, Bellamy bounced around one punch and the story. That wasn't a one shot. A one shot is Luffy and Bellamy. All right, what Law and Virgo did, it was Law and Smoker versus Virgo. Okay, that wasn't a one shot. It was a collaboration.
One shot to me is when a character gets taken out with one move.
Exactly, he got taken out in one move, one shot. That's it.
But he didn't get taken out in one move. He fought mad niggas before that, and then at the same time he had to fight Law. He had to
right, but that was, he was only losing because he didn't have his heart. If Law had his heart from the beginning, Virgo would have got one shot in much earlier.
And not only that, Smoker was even
okay. But the problem is that that wasn't the fucking case. That wasn't the case, and because it wasn't the case, it wasn't one shot. I don't understand that. If a nigga comes in, pumps people up, fights people for fucking longest, okay, gets bruised, gets battered, gets wounded, fights the same two niggas again, fights collabs.
Yeah, but that's only because of a plot device.
But that still doesn't make it a one shot. Again, a one shot is Luffy versus Bellamy. They come in there, they do their shit, bam.
Listen. It's the same thing with Fairy Tail. A nigga gets beat up for the longest time, then he gets a Nakama power up, and he one-shots a nigga, and the fight's over.
No. Fairy Tail's different. Because Fairy Tail.
Well, yeah, I mean the I'm not saying the quality is.
You're getting confused. See, the problem here is that what you don't understand is that with Fairy Tail, the main characters or the good guys, they get beaten up for the fucking longest. Then they power up and take them out one shot.
Yeah, but that's pretty much the same thing with Law.
It's not the exact same thing, but it's still a one shot. Virgo got one shot.
Virgo got one shot.
It's still the same mentality though. Law wasn't at full power fighting Virgo, and Smoker, which by the way was getting his ass beat intentionally so he could get back Law's heart. He got back Law's heart, said here you go, and Law said one shot. And
but you're negating all the damage pre-hand, and you can't do that.
The damage pre-hand doesn't matter.
But the fact that
in the end, once Law got his heart back, it didn't matter.
But what made the moment epic was the fact that we saw Virgo for the first time anyone ever go full armaments, and then right away he got taken out. That's what made the moment so fucking epic. If the battle would have been drawn out, it would have made the chapter staler, much more stale.
That's not necessarily because then.
So is it bad that it's one shot? Just because it's one shot doesn't mean it's necessarily bad, you know.
I never said it was bad. I said myself the moment was great.
What is that?
That was a one shot.
It makes no. It's not a one shot.
I kind of understand you.
It's the finishing dude. No. That's like saying
no. That's not a finishing move.
That's like saying that a dude fights a dude and then he does the finishing move and then that finishing move is one shot. It's like no.
Imagine this scenario. Goku's in a fight with somebody. He's got a heart virus, right? He's getting his ass beat. That heart virus is nothing but a plot device. That's all it is. Now, say he gets some medicine. He powers up, and then he one-shots the nigga. That's a one-shot. Actually, the only thing stopping him from one-shotting somebody is the fact that there's a plot device, which is the heart virus. It's the same thing with Law.
Actually, that happens a lot in Dragon Ball Z. Goku gets his ass beat. He goes spirit bomb. The nigga dies from the spirit bomb. Game over.
I mean,
but he only did the spirit bomb twice. But he only did spirit bomb twice.
All the damage pre-hand, and I don't know why I'm doing that. Maybe it's no fucking sense.
No. It's a difference. Listen.
King of Lightning.
There's a difference if
I am negating the damage
between two people fighting on equal grounds. Like if two characters are fighting on equal terms, and then somebody powers up and then they beat them, that's not a one shot. But if a plot device is keeping one character from fighting on equal terms with another character, and then they power up fully, then it's a one shot. Yeah.
And here's the thing. I'm negating the damage beforehand that was done to Law, because the minute he got his heart back, the damage was negated because he still just came in and did a one move technique that took out Virgo, despite the fact he got his ass beat.
But the problem is that you don't know how the fight would have gone if he had his heart back. You usually don't. I mean, yeah.
But he would have got one shot. It would have been the exact same thing, except much earlier.
But see, here's the thing, though. It doesn't matter because
is that you don't know if that was a. See, the problem is that you don't know if that was a particular technique that he could do because he had his energy back. You have no fucking idea. Or maybe.
No. Here's the
problem. You don't fucking know. That's why I can't call it.
King of Lightning. Here's the problem. He got his heart back, and what we do know is that when he got his heart back, he one-shot a Virgo. That's the problem. You just need to accept it, bro. I understand.
There's nothing wrong with it, dude. Like, if it's the one-shot, doesn't change the
fact. No, I'm not. No. Listen. I don't fucking care if it's on one-shot or not. I'm saying I don't fucking see it. I just don't fucking see it.
I mean,
to me, Luffy and Bellamy, that's a one-shot. That's a clear, obvious one-shot. But something like that, I don't see it being a one shot because
I guess the definition of one shot is different. But to me, one shot is like if you get taken out.
The fact that these two guys collaborate together,
if you get together
to one move, I don't see it being a one shot. I just don't. I just don't.
Dude, if you get taken out in one move, it's a one shot.
That's a one shot.
Just like what Jagger did to the Dream Team.
It's kind of like
again, you're negating all the damage pre-hand, and you're negating the fact
that think about it like this:
that he was systematically. He was systematically being and fighting other people.
Pokemon,
First he fought against Sanji, then he fought against fucking Smoker, they fought against Law, Smoker, then Smoker again, and then Law came in there.
Power against Smoker, he did him pretty easily though.
But here's the thing though.
That's like saying that Ichigo one-shot at Aizen. It's like,
That's not true.
But Aizen didn't lose to that
technique. If Aizen would have died from Mugetsu, that would have been
a one shot.
But Aizen didn't lose to that technique. Aizen lost to Urahara.
That's right.
That's true. Fair enough.
And the thing is, it's kind of like this. It's kind of like this mentality. When you're playing Pokemon, right, on the Game Boy, and you have a sweeper on your team, and you sweep the entire opponent's team, it doesn't matter if your Pokemon got damaged severely, because at the end of the day, that one Pokemon swept the whole team. It's still
right. They all got one shot.
But that's not what. Yeah, but that's not what happened. Though. That's not what happened.
Dude, he got one shot.
got one-shotted.
Yo, listen, man. Listen, man. You're negating, but the problem is that you're negating all the shit he took beforehand. I mean, look, had your Pokemon been on fucking full strength, right? The opponent's Pokemon as well as your Pokemon.
No. And that's what I'm saying.
But listen.
Is that if you have a Pokemon
Law
on the
was
team,
already fighting at a disadvantage.
No. Hold on. But the problem is that what you don't realize is that if you have the Pokemon under the team, and that Pokemon has to fight against all the other Pokemon, and has been systematically getting weaker and weaker, and all of a sudden you have another Pokemon that's really powerful, and then takes him out in one fucking blow. Is that a one shot? No, because you got a
That's different. That's different. The difference is
the problem is that you're assuming
law
was at full strength. It's like I don't understand that. That's the problem. You're assuming that was at full strength.
Listen.
That's what you're assuming.
Okay. Let me just say this. You're absolutely right to say that. I'm assuming that after Law got his heart back, that he was at full strength. But look at the flip side. If Law could have taken out Virgo earlier with the same technique, why didn't he?
Well, I don't know, because maybe either A, there's some condition to that technique because he couldn't sustain his room for that long, or B, probably the heart. But hey, I don't know. I don't know how Law's fucking techniques work exactly because we just saw the guy, so I don't fucking know.
Got one shot.
Well, fine. You think that? I think opposite because to me, the fact that he had to fight against not only Sanji, not only Smoker, then Law, then Smoker again, then Smoker and Law collaborated, and then he was getting constantly beaten.
Who Virgo fought before he fought Law doesn't matter. What matters is that Law took him out with one shot.
One shot. I mean, you can have
after all that shit occurred. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like to me, a one shot is what happened with Bellamy. Fight, bam, boom, fuck you. That's a one shot. That to me is a one shot. All right. The build-up damage that occurred pre-hand to Virgo, I don't see it being one shot. I just don't. To me, it makes no fucking sense. Because
it doesn't matter if he was fighting somebody besides Law. When he fought Law, he got one shot. When Law got his back, he got one shot.
But the problem is that you're not considering the fact that he was fighting Law and Smoker. And then they were
together. But Smoker wasn't even fighting him. He was just trying to get Law's heart back.
In the beginning,
did you see the fact? Wait, hold on. Did you see what he was? Did you see that they're not fighting each other for like the fucking longest with the hockey, and then him trying to dodge his attacks with the freaking being Logia, but Virgo still doing that shit. The part where Virgo had his bamboo, blew that shit up like a fucking air cannon at Smoker. There was combat. There was clear combat between the two. You had no idea that Smoker's intentions were to get the heart until that's what happened. You had no idea because there was actual combat. In fact, Virgo was able to actually break his GT. That was made a Cairo second. And Smoker got fucking taken out.
But Virgo didn't even get majorly damaged if you think about it.
How do you know that?
He was fine when he was fighting Law. He stood there fine.
Right. So
he stood there fine.
No.
Completely fine.
No. You're confusing his endurance for the damage that he may have taken and negated because he has high endurance. Like, no, you can't do that.
But King,
that's like attacking a level 100 Pokemon and you get damaged a little bit.
He took damage.
He took just one shot
damage. That's a fact. No. Because the problem here is that See, the problem is that you're forgetting the fact that Smoker actually, when they first started, Smoker had the upper hand and he was beating. He was beating him. Every time we saw them fight beforehand, pre-hand, Smoker was beating him. He was beating him.
But King, Virgo didn't even need to go forward on attacking until he went against Law.
Exactly. But the problem is that we have no idea if Virgo could sustain that mode.
He was fine when he fought.
He wasn't. No, but understand. You're confusing his massive amount of defense and endurance for the damage that he had taken. He takes for damage regardless.
So I want to ask you.
That's like saying that Luffy. But that's like saying that Luffy, when he fought against Gecko Moria, when he got punched by the Island Punch, and he was fine. Oh no, he was fine. Like no, what the fuck? He was still damaged.
So you think
he was still wounded. He was still injured.
Smoker didn't punch him a couple of times. You think that he still would have been able to withstand that slash from Law? No.
Hell no.
I don't know. I don't fucking know. Which is why I can't say. I don't know. Which is why I cannot logically say. You can assume. You can assume that to be the case, but from a logical standpoint, you don't fucking know. And because
we don't know, but do you think we have good grounds for making that assumption?
Yeah, you do. I'm not saying that you're wrong.
That's it.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying I don't see it because you don't logically know. and because you don't logically.
Okay. I mean, I can understand that. All right.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
So in essence, Punk Hazard was better than fucking Fourth Grade Ninja War. There we go.
Yeah, and so back to the main shit. Irvin, list this shit down. Go.
Hold on, wait, because my stuff is actually my internet's messing up. You guys are blinking in and out this entire time.
Come on.
Oh, I gotta jump back out and jump back in because I'm like I can barely hear anybody.
Sure, man.
All right, jump out, jump in, and then we'll get the shit started.
All right.
Quickly.
Yeah, quickly.
Ooh, hurry.
All ass.
Like,
What the fuck is that?
Oh, well, let me just say this. To the person in the goddamn comment section who keeps saying that Shinigami can win because they're invisible, they're not fucking invisible. All right, stop.
Come on, this is so fucking stupid.
I know,
The
right?
same people keep saying that. Listen, okay, just because they're a Shinigami does not
Doesn't make
mean
them invisible.
no one can hurt them.
Right, exactly.
I mean,
Only
they're
one.
tangible.
What the fuck, man? I mean,
They're
Ukitake has
tangible, right?
tuberculosis, man. They can be hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like saying, oh, someone's a Logia, you can't, if you crossover battles can't hurt them. It's like, you can't do that, man.
Can't do that.
No, but the Logia abilities, that's different. That's an actual ability of a devil suit.
Exactly.
So once somebody goes intangible, you actually can't hurt them. You can't touch them.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, they must say because that's an
Shinigamis don't have invisibility
Yeah,
as
because
an ability.
the problem is that a Shinigami being invisible only applies to people who have very little, if not no amount of Reiatsu ability to, Reiatsu perception.
Right.
Yeah.
And for basic human beings. And so it's like, what the fuck? That doesn't mean shit to
And they can still be
highly
hit.
skilled combats. Doesn't mean shit.
All right,
And
Irvin's
even if you
back.
can't see them, they can still be hit.
All right.
Exactly.
Irvin's back.
I mean, in most cases, being invisible doesn't mean shit to in most cases. In most cases, people who can sense you by other means, like, it doesn't matter if you're invisible or not. Doesn't mean
So
shit.
are we done with this? Are we done with that whole conversation? The whole
Yeah,
we're done.
Irvin.
No, we're not done yet. No, Irvin, go back. Irvin.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. That's fuck, bro.
No, we're not done.
Just explain yourself.
Hey, man.
No. Because see, Irvin has listed the one thing with the fights, all right? But he wasn't specific enough about how,
What you guys want me to do?
No. Like, for
Explain
example,
yourself.
I want to know. No. Irvin, I want you to break down each of the fights that existed in Punk Hazard and why they were mediocre or bad or whatever.
Hold on. I wasn't saying the fights were all mediocre.
Well, you
or
just
bad.
said that.
You just said they're dicking around.
Oh yeah, I guess you know what? Yeah, they were. But the thing is,
Like, this is what the fuck? Now break it down.
You know,
In a
it's
world,
no Itachi,
Come on,
but
Irvin.
Irvin,
glasses.
you're heading for a
Irvin.
world of pain.
It's frozen.
Come on, man.
It's frozen.
No, Irvin, break it down. I want you to break
Yeah,
down
Irvin.
the
Froze.
fight
Yeah,
that existed in the Punk Hazard
You got
arc.
frozen by
and
Mr.
why they
Freeze.
were back.
It's freeze gun.
He froze. You there, Irvin? No, he's back.
yeah, I'm having so much lag right now.
Shoten's like,
Okay, fine. So now that you're back, once again, Irvin, I want you to break down all the fights that occurred in Punk Hazard and tell me why they were bad in comparison to the Fourth Grade Ninja War. Because I can tell you right now,
There's some bad fights in the Fourth Grade Ninja War.
No, there were 90% of the
Actually,
fights are
now
bad.
that I think about it, what was the best fight in the Fourth Grade Ninja War?
None.
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 Maybe
None of
Gar
them.
versus
Not one.
Dad.
However, no, wait. I should
Gar
reiterate.
versus Dad was good.
There was one that could have been. Oh, but Kishino decided, we're not going to show. And I think everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Kakashi.
Oh, yeah.
Seven Swordsman.
The Seven Swordsmen.
Yo, Kakashi
What
always
the
fucking
fuck?
loses.
No, actually, there's another one too. Neji versus his father would have been good too.
There's so many wasted opportunities. man.
Ninja's awesome. Irvin, wow.
He left.
Now he probably his internet's not working.
Oh man, fuck it.
Yeah,
Let's
just the fact that
let's
we're-
jump
man.
into another conversation which all of us can speak. Cause I see Neil GameSpark in the corner right there, and he ain't doing shit. So let's try to get all of us.
He's playing his
Yeah,
DM.
I'm just wait. I can't say anything on this because I'm not that far in One Piece.
Oh man.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm just listening to you guys talk.
Okay, I'm in for Irvin. All right, I'm in for Irvin because he has to break this shit down. Explain to me.
Oh my.
I can tell right now, all right?
Dude,
My
it's
opinion, all the fights in Punk
Punk
Hazard.
Hazard is better than the Fourth Great Ninja War.
No. I want it from Irvin.
But why do you need
Why?
Because Irvin, the original
Irvin-
thing was Irvin had beef with it, so they want to know why. And then it jumped off into talking about one shots for 25 minutes, and I'm just like, damn.
It's just the fact that we're comparing a transitional arc in One Piece to the freaking
One of the final arcs.
Essential arcs in Naruto, and comparing it in terms of which is better. That's pathetic in Naruto's case.
Because this is going to revolve around the foundation of Caesar Clown being a worse villain than Obito, and I mean, look, man.
But King,
No,
why do we? Why do we?
From what you guys were saying, it
because
does
he
sound kind
couldn't
of
get a woman's pussy.
Oh, are we back on this again?
Think about that.
No, I mean,
Caesar
listen,
Clown wants
to me,
dominate the world.
the worst part of Obito is not the ring thing. Believe it or not, that's pretty bad, but it's not the worst thing. The worst thing for me about Obito is he has no internal characterization. He never had any beliefs. He never had any ideologies. The only thing we know about Obito before he became Topi is that he wanted to be Hokage. That's it. That's the only thing we know about him. We don't know what he believed about the shinobi world, what he believed about politics, what he believed about the world. Nothing. We don't know what he believed.
All of his beliefs are Madara's beliefs, really.
Exactly.
Yeah, he has no beliefs.
But anyway,
Madara's cheeks.
Yeah. All right, Irvin. All right, now that you're here, Irvin. All right, Irvin. All right, yo, are you frozen?
Frozen for life.
All right, Irvin.
You're muted,
man. Yo, unmute your mic. Oh my.
I'm sorry. I hope I'm not gonna have lag again because it seems like I'm still having some lag a little bit.
You're good.
Your internet service provider doesn't agree.
Yo, man, what's for this guy?
That's school internet, man.
That's cool. Your college is a One Piece fan.
Yo, exactly, dude. Where do you go? Do you go to a community college or something?
No,
Are you in your dorm right now?
Hello?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, are you in your dorm right now? That's what Neil.
Yeah, I'm in my dorm right now.
Okay.
Yeah, when I was going to Rutgers, we had top of the line internet.
That's Rutgers.
Rutgers.
All right, Irvin. Okay. Now that you're here, I need you to break down every fight in Punk Hazard in comparison to the fights that occurred in the 4th Great Ninja War and why they are worse.
Time to play the Pokemon battle music.
List off the fight worse.
Why they are worse? I mean, that's what you said. That's what you fucking said.
We'll name off fights and then you'll say from 1 to 10 how good they are. How about that?
Zoro's trying to get it.
See, the thing is,
fights and then you say 1 to 10.
No, Irvin, no deviation, none.
All right, so
I never expected for Punk Hazard to seem like, have the most amazing fights I've ever seen in like anime or manga or anything crazy like that. I never expected that much from it. I expected at least pretty decent fights in an epic fight with Caesar Clown. That's what I was expecting. I was expecting Luffy to at least maybe go all out in that particular fight. When you saw Zoro versus Monet,
you expected him to go all out against Caesar Clown?
I mean, or at least put in some work. You know what I mean?
I have a question, Irvin. What drugs are you taking, and can I have some? Because Caesar Clown is not Dumb Flamingo. That's another thing you need to know.
I'm talking about before Doflamingo came into this arc. I'm talking about.
I understand what you're saying, but see, Caesar Clown is you can consider him like a pawn for Doflamingo.
Well, yeah, I know what you consider him now.
He's a scientist, whatever.
Yeah,
he's a scientist. He has no combat skills except from Dofru. What I'm trying to say here is how are the fights worse, Irvin? Break this shit down.
What I'm trying to explain to you is hard to compare a war with just an average arc. That's the only thing I'm trying to say.
No. Wait, hold on. Whoa.
Don't think you understand.
An arc is an arc, all right? Each arc, no matter how long it is, you
all right, okay, this way.
All right, Irvin, how about this? Let's not go through every fight.
What?
You tell us, what do you think the best fight in the 4th Shinobi War was? The best fight.
The best fight?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with personally Madara and Kage. Or no, Kage. Or you know what? I'm gonna go with Naruto versus the Tail Beast. That's what I'm gonna go with. Naruto versus the Tail Beast. I actually like that one. And I enjoyed Naruto going into the Biju mode, the whole fighting against the Tail Beast, way more than I enjoyed any of the fights in Punk Hazard. I'm just gonna say like.
Wait. So a fight that lasted for like two chapters and then ended with Biju bombs. That was the best fight?
I'm just saying I enjoyed that more than anything we've seen.
No, I'm not asking you what you enjoyed. I'm asking you which one's the best.
Oh, I think that was pretty. I think that was the best, in my opinion.
I think you have trouble distinguishing what your personal feelings are and what you personally enjoy from what critically is better than something else.
Yeah.
All right, well, if I was going to be critical, I feel like the Madara versus the Five Kages actually was, one of the better fights in that.
Oh, you mean the one where he didn't kill anybody?
They skipped.
Because it was supposed to symbolize, in a sense, all the nations actually skipped what?
They skipped the Kage fight.
They skipped
that
fight.
We didn't see all that. We never saw all that.
All right, look, Irvin.
We didn't see the ending.
Very simple, right? Very simple, right? From a storytelling standpoint, the best fight is Itachi and fucking Sasuke versus fucking Kabuto. All right?
Oh, that fight.
That fight sucked.
Listen, from a story plot standpoint, that's the best fight. Obviously.
I don't think we needed to actually see exactly how the Kages were beaten in order for it to have an equality.
Right, Orochimaru comes back.
Wait. What?
What?
That was the best fight, dude.
No, we should have seen that.
Hold on.
We should have seen that. That was a major fight. That should have been
The
seen.
thing is, we can always get that little part later.
Irvin, no. It's like what you said. It symbolizes all the nations coming together.
And
That's a major. Wait, hold on. That's a major thing when it comes to Naruto. We should have seen that whole entire fight. That shouldn't have been skipped whatsoever.
We saw
that's like saying. Hold on, I'm not done.
reason
That's like saying we skip parts of Marine Ford or parts of Impel Down, where we see all the
Well,
pirates
in a
coming
sense,
together. That's stupid. That's
Well, in a
stupid.
sense, there were some fights that
That's
we didn't see
stupid.
completely in Marineford, but I mean, that's another
What?
thing.
What did you say?
Uh-oh.
What'd you say?
But I mean, I liked Marineford though. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Did you just say there were some fights in Marine
All right,
Corps?
stop.
I'll be back.
What did-
I gotta grab some.
Oh my
Look,
God.
the thing is, hold on,
I'll be back.
You better
Hold on,
change-
but what I was saying about the Fourth Grade Ninja War, though, back to that, with the whole Five Kage thing. The reason why I'm like, I feel a little bit differently than you guys do about it is because I see it as, we all knew that it was pretty much hopeless that they couldn't beat Madara, even when he went to the Perfect Susanoo. At that point, once Madara, the Perfect Susanoo started breaking down and all that, I knew we probably wouldn't see the end of that fight in a sense. We would just see the end result. And I don't really feel like it was really important since we see the Kages pretty much their wills have been broken. They had been,
Wait. So you don't think it was important to see Madara freaking Uchiha versus the Five Kages?
No, we saw the majority. We saw all the important parts of the fight.
No, we didn't.
How did we not see the important parts of the fight?
The important part was
Madara could have killed them
didn't
anytime
see
he
how
wanted to.
Tsunade was cut in half by a tree. Don't you think that was kind of important?
But I'm saying the Kages were pretty much already on the ropes.
Wait.
The only thing we didn't see is the knockout. We just saw the person laying on the ground.
The only thing we saw was Tsuchikage give a speech.
Hikari,
Then everything after the speech was skipped, and we come back and they got the one.
Correction. It wasn't Madara who killed Tsunade. It was Hashirama. Hashirama pulled
right?
Hashirama pulled
And it's not to say that we
Man,
can't
this is
get that
Madara
later.
Uchiha. This is the villain of the entire series. This guy has been planning and scheming since before the series started.
Hold on, time out.
And it's not to say we can't get that later.
Hold on, time out. Irvin, do you remember what the fights were at Punk Hazard? Do you remember?
Yes.
All
They were dull, but I remember them.
A majority of the fights. List them.
Oh my God, bro.
Okay,
Here we go.
No. I gotta see this shit. List them, nigga. Let's go.
I'm gonna give them.
You talking about from the beginning? You had the dragon.
I'm talking about
they fought against the dragon.
because and the funny thing is that the fights only consist of 1/10 of the actual portion that makes up an entire arc. But fuck it. Hey, whatever.
I'm not saying the thing is, why are you acting like I'm saying?
No, because I'm going step by step. Stage 1, nigga. Stage 1, fights. Go.
All right, I think the first fight. I mean, you can say the dragon. I know Luffy fought against the dragon. Then they had the the slime creature came way later. I'm trying to remember everything that happened. I know. Oh yeah. They had you had Law against Smoker and the Marines or whatnot, which I thought that was pretty epic. That was probably the only fight I really enjoyed during the arc, was when Law made that appearance, and then eventually started fighting against the Marines and all that. Then he switched to Straw Hat's bodies. Then you also, of course, we found out about. Well, we already found out in the previous arc about the volcano and the iceberg being made by Akainu and Aokiji. So after that, I'm trying to remember everything that happened. Like, what was the next fight? I think it was Mon. I don't know. I know it wasn't Monet. I know it was the slime creature. I know the slime creature came up there eventually. And are you serious,
Yeah,
Mark?
man, fuck this shit. We're not gonna sit here and listen to you ramble through every fight in this goddamn thing.
I don't remember everything in order.
I'm sitting here listening to this ramble. All right, I need to see if he knows. Right?
Listen, Listen, King, you can give this nigga the final exam on your time. We're not about to listen to this nigga ramble through every fight.
You want me to list them?
I'm not listening.
Irvin, I just don't understand why.
I mean,
come on, man. Yo,
seriously,
nigga, you here? I not free time. What the fuck?
I know this is entertaining, but we're not going to find any common ground, and we can't agree on basic, simple things. I don't think that we're going to get anywhere.
It's not going to work out. Like,
the thing is, I don't understand why I can never think.
Anybody trying to argue that Punk Hazard is better than the current arc in Naruto. It's like somebody trying to argue that Fairy Tail is better than Berserk. Let's just drop it and move on.
But you know,